What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining me today. This is Scott here at Asperia Fitness Center with Corporate Fitness Works, and we've got a strictly strength video coming your way today. So I hope you guys are ready to get moving and start sweating and building some strength. So I'm going to hop back. We're going to go ahead and warm up and demo quickly what we got for class today, and we're going to hit the ground running and take it right away. So I hope you guys are ready to work. We've got some timed rounds today. Like usual, we've got dumbbells for our weight. That's all we'll need today. We have a mat, of course, when we do some floor exercises for our core and that strength training with the dumbbell. So all you need is just those two things. I've got two sets of dumbbells you'll see down here. So one is a little heavier, and then I've got a lighter pair to drop to. So I'm going to try and push myself with the heavy pair, hopefully at least through the first 2 rounds. And I'm going to do my best. And you may see me drop and switch to the other dumbbells. So I would encourage you to do the same. If you got 2 options, give yourself the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully you can pick up those heavy ones, and you can always drop back to those lighter pair dumbbells later or whatever you got. But hopefully you'll feel encouraged to pick up that heavy pair and really try and force yourself to work hard through these first 2 rounds, and we can always drop or take a modification if we need to as we go down the line. But we're going to start our warm up, and then I'm going to demo quickly, and then we'll take it away. So we're going to do 8 arm circles in each direction with a single arm at a time. So we're going to do nice big broad circles here, and we got to get to 8. So there's 7 and 8. We're going to switch that direction. So we got to do 8 circles the other way. And we've got our 8th circle there. So we're switching arms. We got to keep it moving with the other arm here. 8 circles. And we're switching directions, going backwards for these nice big full arcing circles, really feeling that full range of motion we've got in the shoulder there today. So forcing your arm back over the top, really feeling the stretch, warming up these shoulders. So should feel nice and warm in the shoulders here. We're going to go ahead and do our march with a pull down. So arms start overhead. We march our foot up and our elbows tuck into the side. We're doing 16 total. Seven and 8. Make sure we're really squeezing elbows in tight to get those shoulder blades working, and we're driving that knee way up as high as we can go. Get those hip flexors working as well. We got 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to keep it moving. We're going to do 10 here. This is a squat with a row, so we start with that W kind of position with our fingers there like that. And when we squat down, they come out forward, and as we come up, we pull those elbows back. So we're still squeezing elbows and shoulder blades. We're going to do 10 total. Here's number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Big squeeze on these last 2, and 10. We got a really nice squeeze in the shoulder blades there. Good. So we're starting to feel like our chest is warming up, shoulders are warm, our mid-spine, our T-spine, we're warming up with those shoulder blades, doing those squeezes and our pull downs here. We're going to do 1 more lunge with a reach. So reverse lunge is totally fine here, whatever you got. We're going to lunge, and then we're reaching over with our low side. So we got that lunge and reach, so we're stretching all of this over here, and we're switching. So we're going to do 10 of these alternating, get that big stretch and reach over the top. Here's number 5. We've got to get to 10. 5, 6, 7. A couple more here. We're almost there. 8, 9, and number 10 coming up here. Last one. Awesome job. We're going to stay right down on our mat. We've got a really great exercise for our core and the limbs here. Our bird dogs and dead bugs, we're going to do 30 seconds of each, and we're going to bounce back for each one twice. This is going to get a nice final warm up for our core and help get our joints and extremities moving. So our bird dog, of course, we're here, kicking heels straight back, fists is straight forward, and we're just going to alternate, keeping that core tucked. And of course, our dead bug is the same, only upside down on our backside. So we got it. 30 seconds of each, and we're going to do each one twice. Back and forth between the first one. Bird dogs are ready to go here. 3, 2, 1, and go. So just a quick, easy 30 here, going into that extension of the leg in, the fist straight out, making that nice firm line all the way from fist to heel. Heel and fist are straight back and straight forward through the wall, of course, right? We don't want to be way up in the sky. Keeping our core tucked in, moving as quick as we can back and forth without wobbling over. Let's get one more switch here. Good, so there's our 30. We're gonna flip onto our backside for these dead bugs and keep warming up our core and our extremities here. So we're upside down like so. 30 seconds is on the clock as we extend opposite arm and leg. Here we go. Clock is ticking. We're just slowly extending that opposite arm and leg, feeling a stretch across our core, hip flexors, chest as well here, especially with that arm as we extend overhead. And we're keeping that belly button active the whole time. We got about 10 seconds left. We're gonna flip over and do one more 30-second block of each before we get going. So hopefully we're starting to feel nice and loose. One more switch. Good. We're coming back up on our tabletop position for our bird dogs. One more 30-second block. Starts right now. Driving that heel straight back, fist straight forward. Ten seconds to go. Keep driving that fist and heel. Nice solid line from fist, from hand to toe. One more switch. There's our last one. Good. And we're flipping onto our backside. One more 30-second block before we pop up on our feet for a very quick demo. And we're taking it away for our rounds. We got 8 exercises today. We'll view those in just a second. Clock is ticking for our last set of our dead bugs here. 30 seconds on the clock. We're floating those hands, floating the heels, making our core work really hard here. We've got that stretch on our chest, stretch on our hip flexors as well here. Feeling like our groin is opening up a little bit here. Just a few more switches. Make sure that core stays active as we're switching limbs here. We're starting to feel loose. Body's getting warm a little bit here, hopefully. Last switch and back to normal. Nicely done. Awesome job, guys. So feel free to pop up on your feet. Take a really light march or jog here just to stay loose, get the juices flowing while I very quickly demo our 8 exercises, and we're gonna take it away. So for our very first one, a lot of these are duplicate pairs, so we'll be doing each side, so just making sure we're getting both sides. But we're gonna start with the snatch to a reverse lunge on that same side. So we're snatching that dumbbell all the way up overhead. From here, we just drop into a reverse lunge. So we really are gonna reverse the leg that goes back is the same dumbbell leg, right? So we're here, we have this leg actually doing the work, but we're gonna have the counterweight, so we're using the opposite side. So we snatch it all the way up, drop that same side leg back for the first round, then we switch it. So now we're snatching this way, we drop back on that leg for that reverse lunge on that side as well. So those are our first 2. Then we're gonna go to a floor press and tricep extension combo. This will be familiar for many of us here. So we're in our floor press position. We press up here, and then we do that skull crusher tricep extension, and we're just gonna alternate between those 2. Up on our feet, we then have a kickstand deadlift. So you can go into a full-blown single leg deadlift if you like. Otherwise, we're kicking that kickstand back behind you, and we're doing one leg at a time. Then we'll switch to the other leg, and then we have our half kneeling position where we will do curl to press. So we're here locking that core up tight, curl to press overhead, and then we'll switch that position to the other curl and press on the other side with a weight, and then we're gonna finish up with a dumbbell pullover with a knee core. So we're all the way in full extension here, and we pull that dumbbell up over to tap our knees and extend back out. So those are our 8 exercises. We'll run through a few laps of that. In between each lap, we're gonna have a core, kind of a bonus round in between each strength set. And for there, we are gonna alternate between a weighted lopsided flutter. So we have one weight. We're gonna be in our boat pose position here, keeping those shoulder blades up off the mat as best you can. rest down if you need to for a break and pop back up. We're weighing one side down and fluttering. And we'll intermix 2 rounds of that with 2 plank rounds in between each strength round. So I hope you guys are ready to work. We're going to start with the dumbbell snatch and reverse lunge rounds. We've got a minute to work each one. And we've got a 15-second transition for recovery. So that weight starts in front of us. We snatch all the way up, and we got a reverse lunge on that working, moving leg is the same side as the dumbbell. So this leg is staying planted, and we dip down back there. So that's our first round. We've got a minute on the clock. Hopefully you've got your water ready to go with you. We've got a sweat towel if you need it. We're queuing up that music if you got a playlist you want to work out to today. And we're ready to start right here with our snatch reverse lunge combo on our first side. Ready to take it away here in 2, 1, and go. So our clock is ticking. We got to get moving. We start with that big snatch, dropping that leg right back down. Dumbbell returns all the way to the floor. Big pull up to the sky. Don't be worried about moving too quickly here. We've got a long 1-minute round, so as long as you're staying active through the whole round, that's what we want. There's no rep goal, so just working hard to keep that core really tight as we drop into that lunge from the overhead weighted position there. We've got to keep that core really active for stability overhead. We've got 10 seconds left on this arm here. Time for one more here. There's our beep. So we've got our first transition. 15 seconds to recover here. We're picking up for a full minute on the same exercise, the snatch to reverse lunge. You hear the beeps? And we're ready to go. So we got to snatch all the way overhead into that reverse lunge. Remember, no reason to work too quickly here. We've got plenty of minutes, plenty of time on this full minute on our clock, so doing our best to just be strong and active through the whole round, keeping our core really tight as we work in that overhead position. We've got that big, powerful snatch all the way from the ground up. Dipping as low as we can go for that reverse lunge. We're going to have time for about one more here. Make sure we got a big pull all the way up overhead and we're locking it in for that lunge portion. Awesome job. That's our first 2 minutes. We're down on our mat in this transition. We've got our floor press tricep extension combo. So hopefully you're starting out with heavy weights. 1 dumbbell in each hand. Here we go, we're underway. So we're gonna press, and then from here we lower for triceps and back into the press. So we can mod to just triceps or just the floor press here, whatever you're comfortable with. We can just stick with this floor press right here. We'll still get some good tricep recruitment there. If we're really pushing it, we're gonna try with those heavier weights and we're gonna go for that extension at the top as well. Otherwise, pick one or the other, whatever you're comfortable with. Just try and stay active through the whole round, doing your best whether we're just gonna press or we're going for this combo here. Hopefully you're pushing yourself with that extra weight that you've got at home. If not, we're doing our best with our weight that we have available here. 5 seconds, it's our last tricep extension. Good. We're up on our feet. Next here, we've got our kickstand deadlift. So you can, again, pull that into a full-blown single leg deadlift if you're comfortable with it, if you've got the balance. Otherwise, we're doing that kickstand. So toe stays just lightly on the ground behind you. And we're working that lead front leg with that soft bend at the knee. We're using that kickstand for balance so we can overload this pattern a little bit today. so that our stability is not our limiting factor. And this front lead leg is going to get a lot of work on these deadlifts. Nice and slow. Big stretch in the hamstrings. Back stays flat as best you can. We're feeling that tension loading up in the hamstrings, and then a big squeeze to get back to upright. 20 seconds to go. Keep working. Nice and slow on the way down, mid shin, and then a big pop to get back to the top. 10 seconds to go. Get 1 or 2 more reps in here. Last rep. Good. That's a tough one on that lead leg. So drop the dumbbells if you need to. Shake it out. We're doing the same side. Kickstand deadlift on the other leg. So we're putting that working leg up forward. Soft bend at my knee. My toe is down on my kickstand leg. And we're going to dip slowly to that mid shin region there. And then we're pulling back up on that lead leg, working really hard. We got our big time weights for the first round. We're feeling it. We might do our first 2 this way, and then we're going to get fatigued a little bit. We might drop to our lower weights. So do your best with the weight that you have. Keep fighting through it. Slow and steady and deliberate and strong here is going to win the race. We don't have a rep goal. That's why we got our timer. So do your best to work through this motion however it suits you best. Hopefully you're feeling a lot of work in this plant leg on the front. That kickstand leg should just be there for a little bit of support, right? Here's our last rep. Good, we're going down onto our mat. We did our kickstands on each leg. So we've got our half kneeling curl and press. This one we really gotta lock our core in. So tuck that belly button in. You hear our countdown timer ready to go. And from here, we've got that belly button locked in for a nice big curl and press. Really working the bicep on this one, especially, and then we're getting that shoulder and overhead motion on the press as well. So again, slow and steady here. Take a break if you need it. Join back in on the timer. We've got lots of action on this here, so don't be afraid to take a break and recover or change your resistance. Drop your weight to a slightly lighter dumbbell if you need to. We got 10 seconds though, we're finishing strong. Keep pushing through. Last rep, let's get that curl in at least. There we go, nice job, we got the curl. Okay. We're taking our quick transition, shake that arm out over here. We've got our heavy dumbbell. We're switching our half kneeling position to the other side, and we're tucking this belly button in. Got to keep it nice and tight there. All right, belly button's working hard as we work on our curl and press for the other arm here. Make sure to keep that belly button working. Reset it at the bottom if you need to. Take a big breath in and lock that belly button up, tighten up our core. It's gonna help us with our strength, especially when we go for that press overhead. We should be nice and strong right here in the middle. So lock that core up. Don't be afraid to reset it if you need to. "20 seconds or less. Let's keep it going. We got 1 more in our timed block, and then we've got our core mixed in there. Last one, let's get that curl in again. We can get the press as well. We got it, all right. Awesome job. We're on our last part of our timed round here for the strength block for round 1, and we're doing that overhead dumbbell pullover with our knees. So we're doing dumbbell to knees, flat on our back. And there's our timer clock's ticking. So we're here, dumbbell pullover, tuck it to the knees, and go all the way back down. Working slow and steady here. Try and keep that slight bend in your elbows for that overhead extension, and then float the heels if we can at the bottom. Keeping extra tension on the muscles that way. Do your best. Drop your weight. Just go into a classic cannonball tuck here if we need to drop the dumbbell to finish out. You got less than 20 seconds. Just a few more reps here with our heavy weight. Good, and there's our break for that. So we're gonna go staying right here on our mat, and we're gonna go into our core round. So we're gonna alternate those lopsided flutters. So you can take your own modification for the flutter without the weight and just do classic flutter. Hands under our glutes for support, or they can be out at our sides for some more of a challenge. And we are gonna drop to our little bit lighter weight for this one. And we're gonna hold our shoulders up off the mat, kind of in a shallow boat pose here, with one weight weighing us on this side, and we're gonna flutter. And from there, we'll do plank. We'll switch our weight to the other side, and then we'll plank again. So we're ready to go here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So we've got our first uneven flutter underway. So our core is working hard to keep our upper body elevated. Shoulder blades are just off the mat. We don't want to be completely flat, but I don't want you all the way up here either. So we just got to get the top half of our shoulders up. We've got a slow flutter going on our lower body, so whole core is working hard here. This is a tough one, so don't be afraid to reset it. Take a breath and come back up. Finish the flutter on this side. We're going to plank, and then we'll do our other side flutter. This is tough, guys. You're doing awesome. You got 20 seconds left. Keep those shoulders up off the mat. Slow and steady with the flutters there. 12 seconds. Keep that core working hard. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to drop that weight. We've got our first plank here coming up. So we're doing our classic elbow plank here. Modify to your tall plank if we need to. We're going to try and go for our whole minute here. Lock it up. We've got a nice stable base with our feet. We're at shoulder width roughly with our feet there. And we've got everything nice and tight. Elbows and shoulders are stacked to give ourselves that nice base. Core is working really hard here. We're locking in this plank. We're over halfway already. Adjust to the tall plank if you need to. Keep holding on here. 20 seconds to go. You guys can do it. You're doing great so far. This is a tough core block that we're in the middle of right here. We got 11 seconds before we go for another flutter. 4, 3, almost there. Finish it out. Awesome job. We're going to drop down, and we've got to do our lopsided flutter again, followed by another plank. So let's get that dumbbell back ready to go. Opposite side. And we're ready to flutter again here. So we're holding that weight up, getting our shoulders up off the mat as best you can. Just enough to make that weight matter. And we're working through that slow flutter here. Don't be afraid to reset if you need to. Set those shoulder blades back down and just get a breath in you and pop right back up. This one's tough, so just try and stay as active as you can through the round. Take those breaks. You're going to see me do it. This is a really tough one, so you can always drop the weight and go to that classic flutter to finish out here. We got 15 seconds. Get those shoulders up. 10 seconds to go. It's the final stretch. Slow flutter on the bottom. 5 seconds. Nicely done. We're dropping that weight. And we've got another plank coming up. So get ready to set this plank. We're taking a quick transition break before we start our strength block again here. After we nail this plank, here we go. We're up for 1 minute. We've got our feet set nice and wide at about shoulder width. Elbows and shoulders are stacked. Glutes are squeezed. Quads are working hard as well. Everything is nice and tight. Full body activity for this plank here. And we're holding on. We're over halfway. Holding on to that plank. We got 20 seconds left, so don't be afraid to drop down and reset if you can. Finish it out. Come up into tall plank for this last 10 or 12 seconds that we've got here. Just try not to quit. Finish strong. We've got our big break coming up here. 7, 6, don't quit. Nicely done. All right, guys, we're putting a quick break on the clock, 60 seconds here. Go ahead and grab your sweat towel and grab a drink if you need to. I'm already starting to sweat, so hopefully you guys are working hard. We're gonna go through that starting back from the top. So we're going all the way through those 8 rounds of our strength, and then we're gonna hit another one of our core round here, and we're gonna do side planks this second time around. We're gonna give our midsection a little break for that intermission core round, and then we're gonna come back and we'll see what we can get. Moving forward, going on there. So we're in the middle of our 60-second recovery here. We're about halfway done. So wipe that sweat, grab a quick drink, get some water in you. Please make sure you guys are staying hydrated. It's very important that we replenish this hydration not only while we're sweating, but afterwards as well. So we're drinking right now, but we want to stay on top of our hydration. All right, so that about does it for our 60 seconds. We're gonna come back through. Round 2, I'm gonna stick with the heavy dumbbells, hopefully for my second round, and I'll drop as we move forward with rounds 3 and 4, but we're gonna give it one more shot through with this heavy weight. We're going right back to our snatch and reverse lunge combo. And that timer is gonna start here in 3, 2, 1, and go. So our timer is ticking. We're back to this big snatch, reverse lunge combo there. All the way back to the floor. Big pull up overhead. Lock in your core and dip to that knee for a reverse lunge. Slow and steady here. Get that arm out to your side for a counterbalance if you need it. Halfway through. We're focused on big pulls and a strong lunge rather than just flying through these reps. We don't care how many reps we get as long as we're staying strong and active through this round. Get that big pull for the snatch all the way up overhead. Lock your core in. That's our last one. Awesome job. That's our first round back into the strength block. Already done. So we're back to the snatch on the other side. Lock up our core. Slow and steady, big pull. Don't worry about the reps. Worry about our form and our power here. Lock this core in. There's our timer. Big snatch. Oh, I almost did my wrong leg. Make sure we're lunging on the opposite leg so we have that weight on the opposite side of us. And we've got that big, huge pull all the way from the ground, trying to get that weight way up overhead. Big power. $15 seconds left. Get a couple more good ones. Lock up your core. Working hard. Last one. Come on, let's go. Nicely done. Awesome job, guys. We got our floor press tricep combo. So we're down on our mat here. Remember to just take a mod and do just the floor press only if you need to. And there's our timer underway, which means we got to start pressing. So we've got our floor press with that optional tricep crusher at the top. Otherwise, we're sticking with the floor press. We'll still get some good tricep contractions in that way with the press. So do whatever you can. We've got 15 seconds. Keep pressing. Just finish out with the floor press. If we're starting to fatigue at the tries, do your best. Every other one with a try if you want. Finish it out. Nicely done. Those are tough. That's a tough combo for the triceps with the pressing in there as well. So we're up on our feet. We've got kickstand deadlifts. So pick whatever working leg you want to start with. So we've got that leg, our other toe is just gently placed back there for balance and support. And we're working on that big explosive pull. So it's 2 to 3 seconds on the way down. Big pull up from the lead leg. A lot of single leg work here, so these plant legs are working hard. Don't be afraid to take the break if you need to. Hopefully you can keep going through the round. We've got that soft bend at the knee, slow and steady on the way down, big pull on the way up. "15 seconds to go. We're doing a lot of work in these full minute rounds. It's good for us. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Get that last rep in here. You got 5 seconds, 2 to 3 seconds on the way down. Big pull to finish. Nicely done, right on the money. So shake your hands out if you need to. Otherwise, we're switching plant legs. So I got my other leg as my lead. I'm gonna kick that toe back just for a little bit of balance on the plant leg, and we're ready to go. We're ready here. Kickstands on my other leg. This is my not so stable side, so I take it a little bit slower to make sure I'm balanced. So make the appropriate adjustment for your stance so you're feeling nice and stable, so we can still get this leg working really hard. That back toe should just be as lightly touched as you can to keep us stable. I'm having to push this one a little harder because I'm not that stable on my right leg. So do your best. Keep that toe down, certainly in the back for stability. If you want to kick it up and do a classic full-on single leg deadlift, you can do that. We're utilizing our kickstand for a little help today. Last one here, good. Big squeeze and finish it at the top. Awesome job with the kickstand deadlifts. We're down on our half kneeling position here. We're gonna shake our grip out just a little bit. We got these heavy weights. We've got our half kneeling curl and press. So we gotta lock up right here, right? Lock that in, hold on tight with that core, and we're curling and pressing. Slow and steady through these motions. Nice, slow and controlled up and down with the bicep curl. Make sure we're really making that bicep work. And then that press overhead, we gotta work hard as well. So keep your core locked in. Don't be afraid to take a breath and reset the core if you need to. Open up your stance here as well if you want to, if that helps our balance, our base of support. Find yourself a sweet spot. I like it somewhere in between, right about 45 degrees or so. One more big curl, 5 seconds left. Curl and a press. All the way back down. Nice job. Switching to the other side. We're working hard, we're flying through. We're almost done with the second round of our strength block. We're gonna keep on pushing. Our clock's ticking for the next round. Other side, we've got our half kneeling curl and press. We're doing great. That's halfway. Take a break. Reassess your base and your core right now if you need to. Lock that belly button in again and come back to the curl and press. Core should be working just as hard as our arm here, right? We got to stay stable. So hopefully that core is staying nice and squeezed here while we curl and press. We got less than 15 seconds. A couple more reps left. Last press, get it up there, all the way back down. Nice job. All right, we got one more round on our timed block. We've got our dumbbell pullover to the high knee for the core. So keep that soft bend in your elbow. Try and float those heels on the way out as well. Keep that extra tension. All right, here we go. Our 1 minute's underway. We've got that tap up to our knees. Slow and steady here. Keep on going. You guys are doing great. This is the last part of our second round of the strength block before we go into this tough core round, but I know you guys can fight through it. Coming up on halfway. You guys are doing awesome so far. 15 seconds. Couple more extensions here. Last one. We're tucking. Ran out of time. Awesome job, guys. Strength block. Round 2 is over. We got to get this weight back. We got to get flutters on that lopsided flutter again with the weight. So it's tough. Just keep those shoulder blades up off as best you can. It's okay to relax them back down, pop them back up as soon as you feel comfortable. We've got one on each side, and we're replacing our classic plank with a side plank for each side this round through. So we're getting that weight back in hand, overhead, weight here, and we're gonna get ready to go. That lopsided flutter starting here in 3, 2, 1, and go. One side lopsided flutter is underway. We've got shoulders up off the mat as best we can here. We're getting weighed down by that weight. Slow and steady with the flutters. Core is working hard. Don't be afraid. Like I said, reset it, pop right back up, and keep going. We just took a 1 second break, and that's totally fine because we're going to stay active. We got plenty of work to do. So get those shoulder blades up as best you can. If you got to reset again, go ahead and do it. Just keep those baby flutters going. You got 12 seconds. Get those shoulders up. It's really tough. 5 seconds. Keep fluttering. Good, and a break. That is really hard, guys. Way to go. Keep fighting through that however you can. If you got to drop the weight, take a break. Just stick with the classic flutter. We're going for our side planks next. I will be taking a modified side plank here from my knee on the bottom, which I encourage you to do as well. It takes a little bit of pressure off, and we still get some nice benefits in our core on the side here. So bottom knees bend is a great modification for our side planks here. Core is still working really hard, as we can feel under here. We feel for our nice strong lats. Core working hard on this side as well. So If you want to come up onto both feet, go right ahead. I won't stop you, but we're taking this nice, easy modification right here. And this helps us stay a little more stable, take some tension off the hip joint down there and the knee. And we're still getting some nice work in our core here. So we got 15 seconds left. We got another flutter coming up, so we got to get mentally prepared for that, right? 10 seconds. We're going to have to wipe some sweat here because we're working hard. Awesome job, guys. Drop down, wipe your sweat if you need to. We're going to get our lopsided flutter on the other side here going. You got 10 seconds. We got one more side plank, then we're back to the top with our strength block. Lopsided flutter. We're classic flutter modification if you need to, but we're underway. So get that weight up there. Shoulder blades are off the mat. And we're fluttering away. We're doing our best. It is tough, we know that, right? So we're not going to be afraid to drop down and take a break if we need to. But otherwise, we're working on keeping the shoulder just enough elevated, drop if we need to, pop back up, and keep fluttering. Take one more drop, big breath, get back up there and kick it. We're going to keep on going. 12 seconds, we're finishing out this round, don't quit. It's really tough, 5 seconds, hold on. There we go. That's really tough, guys. You did a good job. So we're on a side plank again on the other side. Take that bottom knee mod. Give you some nice relief from our lower extremities. And other than that, we're still in this nice rigid plank from shoulder to knee down there. And we're checking, feeling for that nice lat. All our core under here is working really hard. And we're holding on. Another break coming up before we start round 3. Keep this glute active on your bottom knee here, really keeping yourself nice and stable up there. Arm is in the sky, rested across our shoulder. Try not to weigh yourself down. We're holding on. Keep going. We got 20 seconds left. Working on this core side plank, so working really hard here. We're going to keep fighting. We're not going to quit. 10 seconds. Almost there, don't quit. Hold on, hold on. And relax. Awesome job. All right, guys. Great job. That is round 2 in the books. We got more to come. We're putting our 60-second break on the clock. We're going to go through our strength block 2 more times, and we got 1 more intermission core block, so we'll go back to the classic planks. We won't do that the 4th time, so three intermissions for the core. So we got 1 more strength block, 1 more core mid intermission, and then 1 more strength block. So you guys are doing just awesome right now. We're coming up on our minute break, so finish wiping that sweat. We got to go through 1 more full and 1 more strength block. So grab your drink if you need to. We're going to get ready to go. We've got our snatches coming back at the top, snatch to that reverse lunge. So big power all the way through. And we're going to keep on moving down the line. That's about our 60-second block right there. So take your time, take your time, get back into position for our snatches. We're going to take it away here in 5, 4, 3, 2. Clock is ticking for our snatch round underway. Big snatch up overhead. Lunge on that leg as well. Here we go. We've switched for round 3 to our slightly lighter dumbbell. If we were working heavy like I was for the first 2 rounds, we're going to take a break for ourselves. We're still working hard. We've just lowered our resistance slightly so we can finish through these last 2 rounds nice and strong. Keep pulling. Big pull all the way from the ground up. One more snatch. Here we go. Finish it up right at the end. No time for the lunge. Okay, we stopped there. Awesome job. Keep it up. Drop that weight. We're getting ready to go snatch lunge on the other leg. Here we go. Remember, we're working on core and form. Big power here. Clock is ticking. We don't have a rep goal, so just focus on the core, staying strong. A big strong pull up overhead. Lock it in with that shoulder and drop the knee. Halfway, guys, come on, let's go. Less than 30 seconds. We got big pulls, tight core for the lunge, strong shoulder overhead. We're working hard, guys, come on, let's go. Couple more reps, we got 10 seconds to go. We're gonna get the snatch, and we'll get the lunge here too. Awesome job. Way to go, guys. Grab your other dumbbell. We got our floor press tricep combo on the mat. Flat on your back. Lay your feet flat. We got to go. Remember to take any mod. Just do the floor press if we can't get those tricep extensions in there as well. Here we go. Floor press is underway. We're omitting the tricep extension if we need to, or we can do every other. So we can do 2 presses and then a tricep, so we would go press, press, tricep. Mix a tricep extension any way you can, if you've got it at all. Into some intermittent reps mixed in there will be great. Otherwise, we're still getting some great tricep on our press, so don't worry. You're not missing out if we're not doing those tricep extensions. We're still hitting tris a little bit here. We're finishing strong. However we can, though. Almost there. One more press, come on, let's get it. And one more tricep if you've got it at the top. Awesome job. Way to go. Triceps are done. We're back up on our feet. We've got our kickstand deadlift. So we gotta have 2 dumbbells, right? And we're ready to go. We've got our first leg ahead. Just enough pressure on that toe for a little bit of support. And we're going slow and steady down to mid-shin with a big pull and squeeze on the way back up. We've got light pressure on the toe. I'm really stable on this leg, which is great. Not so stable on the other leg, so we'll make that pressure adjustment with that kickstand, however you need it, wherever you need it to be comfortable. Hopefully we've got most or all of our work coming from that front leg, right? Our lead leg should be doing all the work with that slight bend, hinging forward, shooting hips back. All the tensions on that front hamstring and glute we're loading up, slow on the way down with a big pull. Awesome job. One set of kickstand deadlifts on that leg over. We gotta switch to the other leg. I'm having trouble with my words today. I'm working so hard in here. That's all right. We got our other plant leg down. This is my unstable leg, so we gotta find that stability as best we can. My kickstand's gonna have to work a little harder on this leg, and that's okay. We're still doing the same process, slow and steady on the way down. Soft bend at the knee. Kickstand's just doing enough to stabilize us. Front leg, plant leg is doing all the work. Reset it if you need to. Working on this leg, not wanting to cooperate, but we're doing our best. Resetting that stability as you see fit, as you go changing that kickstand to work harder on this leg if we need to. We got 15 seconds left, a couple more reps here. Let's go. Nicely done, guys. We got to get down in our half kneeling position, which is what we're going to do right here. We're locking this up right here. We got to keep it tight. So we pull that belly button in. We don't have to squeeze as hard as we can, but we got to pull that belly button in for some stability. There we go. So that belly button's set in. And we're working our curl to press. Slow and steady here. Check that belly button. If you got to keep your hand on there to feel it staying active, that's what you can do. It'll also give you a cue to know, hey, am I squeezing or am I not? You can feel it. So keep your hand there if you need it. It may help you feel a little more stable. Feel like that core is working hard throughout. Because if you let go, you're going to feel it, right? So 10 seconds to go. Let's get a couple more reps in. We're feeling it. We're working hard on this single arm stuff, right? Belly button is still working. Last one on the way down. Awesome job. Switching sides. We're going to set up, and remember, we're going to tuck that belly button. And heck, we're going to even keep our hand here to feel it, right? Make sure you feel it. Make sure you're working. Keep yourself honest. Feel for that core. If it's not working, you got to squeeze it and make it work. Here we go. Keep it going. Check that core. Big press overhead. Slow and steady on the bicep curl both ways. Gotta earn it. 20 seconds to go. Keep that belly button working. Here, we got one more. Let's go. Let's get it up. At least get it halfway there. And press. Nice job. We're getting down on our backside. We've got our core pull over with our knee tap. And we got one more section, guys. One more set of our lopsided flutters. It's tough. We're going to fight through one more time with our planks. But in the meantime, we've got our pull over, knee tuck combo here. Soft bend at the elbow. Keeping those heels hovered if we can. You guys are doing great. Keep these crunches coming, tucking in, getting that full extension overhead with the dumbbell. We got less than 20 seconds, just a few more reps here. We got to really hit our core. We're already started right now. We got to hit it one more time really hard for our core. 4 minutes. Good. Nice job, guys. We're going to get ready to go. We got 4 minutes left on our core. We've got one more pair of our lopsided flutters and 2 more planks. I know you guys can do it. Drop the weight as soon as you can't do it anymore and just go to a classic flutter if we need to. Hopefully you can just stick with it. You're gonna see me drop, so please feel free, guys. Drop down, reset that, and then you can pop back up whenever you're ready, right? So don't feel like you have to stay up the whole minute. If you can't do it, just drop and reset. Let that fatigue wear off for just a minute until you can come back. So let's get it going here. We got 4 minutes to go. 3, 2, 1, and lopsided flutter is ticking. Got to get that weight up. Shoulder blades are up off the mat as best as we can get them. Slow and steady with our flutters, core's working hard. We're going strong. Reset if you need to, come all the way down. Come right back up, get those shoulders up off the mat. 15 seconds, you guys are doing great. Keep those slow flutters coming. Try and finish out the last 10 seconds. Don't drop, don't quit. Good, awesome job guys. We got a plank. Only one more set of our flutters. 1 more minute left. We're gonna plank it out right here though. Elbows and toes, do your best. Reset it if you need to. We're planking underway here. We've got our base set nice and strong. We've got our full body squeezing nice and tight. We are halfway. Keep holding on, guys. Don't be afraid to reset it if you need to. We got 20 seconds to go. Keep holding on. Ten seconds, don't quit. We got 2 minutes to go after this on the core. Come on, finish it out. Drop, nice job. Guys, we're on the home stretch for our core. 1 more lopsided flutter and a plank. We're wiping sweat. We gotta get ready for our last minute of flutters. We're not gonna waste any time. We're not gonna cheat. Gotta get up there. Keeping those shoulders off the mat as best you can. We're not very far up, but we're off there a little bit, right? That's all we need, just enough to counter this weight. We're fighting through, halfway. Drop if you need to. Big breath in. Get those shoulders back up. You got 18 seconds. We're running out of steam, but we're not going to quit. We got those shoulders up 1 more time. Last 10 seconds. Keep fluttering. Come on, finish it out. And relax. Nice job, guys. 1 more plank coming your way. And we're finishing out our last strength block. No core intermission. Here we go. 60-second plank. Let's go. Take a tall plank if we need to right here, right? So we can be right here. Drop into elbow plank if you've got it. You can always come up into tall plank as we fatigue out through this last block here. So we're locking it in as best we can, and we're holding on. That's halfway right there. You got 30 seconds left of planking. Don't be afraid to drop down, reset it. Come back on up, drop to your knees, come into tall plank here. If we need to finish out in tall plank right here, right? So your choice. Finish it out however you can. You got 15 seconds left. We're letting that timer tick down. We're under 10. Keep holding on. We're almost there, guys. Keep fighting. 4. Awesome job, guys. We're putting 60 seconds on the clock. We're gonna run through 1 more time of our strength block, those 8-minute exercises. We're not doing any more core, so you guys survived. 1 more time through our last 8 minutes. We've got our 60-second timer on the clock, and we're gonna finish it off right there, and we'll get our quick cool down. We're gonna be done before we know it, right guys? So keep hanging on. We got about 30 seconds left to recover. One more minute block of all of our weight block exercises here, and we're finishing strong. So don't quit on me now. Let's get our sweat wiped, grab one more quick drink, and we're gonna take it away. Our final 8 rounds here, starting with that snatch, reverse lunge. All right, that's about 60 seconds. You guys know what that means. One more time, let's get going. We're ready to go here. We've got our snatch lunge combo ready to go. 1 minute on the clock left, 8 minutes worth of work coming your way for strength here before we close it out. And we're getting ready to start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Clock is ticking on our last round of 8. Snatch to reverse lunge, lock that core up. Let's go. Get that arm out at your side for that counterbalance if you need it. Otherwise, huge pull, lock the core, drop the knee, reset. Let's go. It's our last round underway. We're doing fine. We got plenty of gas left in the tank, right? Big pull all the way up. Lunge. Last snatch. There we go, at the top. Ran out of time for the lunge. All right, we're ready to go other side. We're gonna keep it moving, guys. You're doing great. Keeping it going. 5 seconds. Big pull for the snatch. Tight core for the lunge. Here we go. Let's go, guys, don't quit, come on. We got it in the bag. Finishing out here. It's our last set of snatch lunges. We're under 30 seconds to go. We're not gonna quit. Under 20 now, let's go. Keep moving, do your best. Lock that core up, come on. I know we're tired. 10 seconds to go, you got 2 reps, come on, we got 1 more left in you. Let's get it up, all the way up, and get that knee down, and reset. Awesome, killer job, guys. We're crushing it. We got floor press and triceps. Let's get these weights ready to go. We're modding just to the floor press if we need to here. Just to the floor press. Mixing in intermittent tricep reps if you can. Otherwise, we're still gonna go every other. It's our last round, so let's try and go every other if you can. If you got it with you today, we're fighting. Keep pushing. Hopefully you're sticking with me every other. Those triceps are getting fatigued. We're still gonna try and fight through. Do your best. It's our last round for tries, so don't quit. Last tricep. Awesome job, guys. We're up on our feet. We're on the home stretch, guys. We got kickstand deadlifts, we got curls, and our final core pullover round. So let's get these kickstands going. We got 5 minutes left on the clock here. Kickstand deadlifts are underway. Single leg, doing most of the work up front. Just have that kickstand toe down for a little support as we need it. I'm on my stable leg side, so I'm feeling really good here. Not so great on the other side, but that's what we're working on, right? So I've just got this baby pressure in my back toe on my kickstand. I'm definitely gonna have that toe working harder on the next round. So do your best, make your adjustments. We got less than 20 to go, so you got a couple more reps. Nice and slow, get way down there, load the hamstring and pull. Under 10 now, this might be our last one here. Get it all the way down there, big pull. We got 2 seconds, let's stop there. Timer's expired, good. Switch it to your other leg. So here's my uneven leg, my unstable leg. We're doing our best to do it anyways. We got that kickstand working overtime a little bit on my balance leg, and that's okay, because we're still loading the pattern. We're still loading this deadlift, single leg, as best we can. We're feeling pretty good on this unstable leg for now. It's finally cooperating with me on our last round. To be expected. It's finally feeling loose and warm, so it's wanting to cooperate, and that's okay. We're getting some good work in, even if it's the last round. We got 25 seconds. Slow and controlled on the way down. Big pull. Our core is still active because we are still being stable, right? We got to keep that core tucked in. 10 seconds, let's get 1 or 2 more in, let's go. Last one, big pull, slow and controlled on the way down, and big squeeze. Right on time. 3 minutes to go, guys. Half kneeling, curl and press on each arm, and our final dumbbell core crunch maneuver here. So 4 seconds to go. Let's get ready here. Curling away. Core is tight, so we can keep our hand there if we need it, right? To guide yourself to keep that core nice and tight. Ten seconds, we're working hard. That core is still tucked in. We're tired. We're almost done. 2 minutes to go after this. Come on, let's go. Last press. All the way up there. Nice job, guys. Switching it up. Final 2 minutes on the clock. Let's go. Here we go. Underway. Our last curl and press. We're feeling for that active core, making sure it's working hard. And we know it is. We got to keep that core stable for this overhead pressing, right? So keep it tucked in. Keep checking on it if you need to. Got 20 seconds left here, guys. $15 seconds. Keep that core tucked in, nice and tight. Almost there. Last rep. Finish it up. Tuck that core. 3, 2. Great job, guys. 15-second transition. We got 1 minute left on the clock here. And we're all set for our cool down. 1 minute left. We've got our pullover crunch. Get that dumbbell ready to go. Soft bend at the elbow. Tapping that weight. Tucking to our knees here. Keep tucking. Keep floating those heels. It's our last minute on the clock. Make sure we're working hard. Finish it out, guys. Let's go. Slow and steady. Drop the dumbbell if we need to. Final 30 seconds on the clock. Just do a classic crunch here, knee to elbow, if we're fatiguing from the dumbbell. Finishing it out here. Almost there. Don't quit. 15 seconds left on the clock. Keep tucking those knees. We're almost there. Don't quit. Final rep here, 3 seconds. Get that tap in, one more tuck. All right, great job, guys. We've done it, 4 rounds of our strength block here. We're going right into our cool down, and we'll send you on your way. So we're gonna start right in our Cobra position here on our mat. So we're kicking our toes behind us, squeezing our glutes as we lean forward. Big breath in here. We're stretching our stomach, really stretching that abdominal region as we have that big breath in, forcing our stomach down to the mat. We're holding for 15 seconds. Take another breath if you need it. Keep holding. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're gonna go right into tabletop position from here. 30 seconds each. We're gonna stretch that shoulder by leaning down onto that through our hole here. 30 seconds goes on our clock right now. So we lean down onto that shoulder, sink into it, reach that opposite arm up over in front of you to give yourself some room to twist through. We got 15 seconds left here before we switch sides. Ready to transition in 4, 3, 2, so let's raise up, switch it to the other side, kick that other arm out in front of you, threading through the other hole, 30 seconds. Blow all that air out, really get that range of motion. Feed that hand through the hole as best you can. Holding on for 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to come into our half kneeling position here to stretch hip flexor. So we're squeezing our glute on your plant knee, and we'll reach over our head with that same side arm here. 30 seconds per side, so we're squeezing our glute on the down knee, lean into it slightly. We've got that stretch on our hip flexor right at the front of our hip there, and we're reaching overhead with that same side arm. Big reach and lean. All the while we're squeezing that glute to keep tension on the hips here. 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, and let's go ahead and transition into our switch. So we've got to squeeze the glutes on this plant knee now. Again, we're getting into that extension, ever so slightly leaning forward, reaching up overhead. 30-second squeeze here. Keeping that glute squeeze to maintain the tension on the front of our hip here. We're holding on. 10 seconds left here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to go flat on our back. One more big stretch for each 30-second knee pull. So we're pulling that knee up to our chest. Big squeeze, stretching out the rest of those lower body muscles that we're working on here. 30-second pull on each one here. Hopefully you guys are feeling great after this workout. Getting a nice solid recovery in. Don't forget your water. We sweated a lot. I know I sweated a lot, so hopefully you all did as well. We're switching in 3, 2, 1, and transition. So we want to make sure we're replenishing that hydration all throughout the day today as we sweat. We can't get it all back right off the bat, so we've got to maintain our water intake slowly over that period of our day or so to make sure we're staying hydrated. We're getting this big knee pull here for our final 15 seconds. We're squeezing, we blow all that air out. Big pull, relaxing that other leg so it's hanging down flat on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. So last one, if you'd like here, we can just take a few seconds, feet are flat, and we just hang these knees to each side for 5 seconds or so. Just relaxing those hips on the back side, getting a little stretch and movement in our lumbar spine. One more shift to each side. And last shift, 5 seconds on the other side, just a quick gentle hang. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, guys. We are cooled down. Feel free to take a few more minutes on your mat there. Do that lumbar shift if you need it. Should feel nice and loose now. That was a great session. You guys made it through all 4 strength blocks plus a tough core block intermission in between each one of those rounds there. So please don't forget to stay hydrated. Do a little extra stretching and recovery if you need to. Please leave me a like and a comment below. Let me know how you liked today's class. Until then, we hope to see you back in the fitness center soon. I'm Scott at Hesperia Fitness Center, and we'll see you next time.